Hi, Phil Aston here from Aston magazine with a tribute to Ray Fenwick, the guitarist who sadly passed away recently. I just wanted to say a few words about Ray Fenwick's guitar playing because I first saw Ray in the Ian Gillan Band in 1977 with the Clear Air Turbulence album, which was seen as the jazz rock period for Ian Gillan. Although I kind of see it more as prog than jazz rock. Jazz rock to me always needed to have the horns and the saxophones and the trumpets, and this didn't have that. This was more prog really, but it was a muso's band, so I understand that Ian Gillan's frustration, why Colin Townes kind of steered him back towards becoming the great rock singer that he obviously is. But Ray Fenwick had such a varied career. From the Spencer Davis group, Fancy, who had big hits with Wild Thing, and he's a member of the Deep Purple family, in the fact he was involved with Roger Glover's Butterfly Ball in '74, also Jon Lord's Windows project, and the Wizards Convention with Glenn Hughes and David Coverdale, and of course Ian Gillan himself. And this 3 CD set is a great way of exploring, Ray's music and influence, and the fact that for nearly 60 years he was involved in music. Even if he dipped in and out of the limelight, he was there. But I'll be honest, this tribute is about memories of me seeing him with the Ian Gillan Band. So with Clear Air Turbulence, which had that fantastic sci-fi cover, gatefold luxuriously from Island Records, this was really Ian Gillan's return. And this tribute is for Ray. It's not, I'll do a separate video about the Ian Gillan Band because I think they should have one. But when you think of this album behind me, Child in Time was the first Ian Gillan solo album, and it had Child in Time on there, and lots of people were expecting Child in Time to be like, how are they going to replicate Ritchie Blackmore's intensive and really fast guitar solo? And the song was completely rearranged, being almost like a slow ballad that kind of segued into the second track, Let It Slide. So it's just one almost like long piece of music. And the guitar solo was like this emotional, full of feeling, emotive solo that comes in a couple of times, and it's just immaculate. Of course, for young rock fans, where was the speed, whatever. But Ray Fenwick was one hell of a musician, and the fact he could play on, classical music like Jon Lord's Windows project, which is quite a difficult listen even now. But on Clear Air Turbulence, on that tour, I think Ray really hit his mark, really, because obviously they were muso's band, as I said. You got John Gustafsson on bass, and Colin Townes, the composer and keyboard extraordinaire and flute player, Mark Nassif on drums, and obviously Ian on vocals. But Ray Fenwick's guitar, and he was one of the, at that time in the 70s, you had quite a few guitarists trying different guitars out. It was always Fender Gibson, and during this time, people started playing Yamaha guitars, and this is quite unique, really. And Ray Fenwick was one of the first guitarists I saw with a Yamaha SG guitar. There was Bill Nelson started to play one, the guy from Simple Minds, Santana, but Ray Fenwick kind of made it his own, and he was a real muso, whereas I was around this time, we used to see guitarists move around the stage and throw all these shapes. Ray was a serious musician, but he looked the part. He got like this beret on, his hat, his afro hair. He got these tight jeans and his boots with high heels and a jacket. But the guitar solos he played on Clear Air Turbulence, Moneylender, Over the Hill, Child in Time, and they went on. And I don't mean that they went on they were really inventive, they were very fast, and they were very different kind of scales that what I'd used to seeing guitarists use. And I was mesmerised by him. So, if you really want to know more, then I'd recommend the There's a tractor going past the house if you can hear that sound. But I would recommend Clear Air Turbulence as a great album to start with. Scarabus have got shorter songs. Child in Time for side 2 because of Let It Slide and Child in Time. But the best one for me, if you really want to get a feeling for his playing, is, I've got it on CD here as well, is the Live at the Budokan Ian Gillan Band CD, or album if you can find it. It was released on 2 volumes in Japan, but that really does capture Ray Fenwick's feel and style for guitar playing, and he really did kind of dance between that rock, jazz and prog feel. Great player. So this video is dedicated to Ray Fenwick, his family, and all fans of great music. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. Keep spinning those records and CDs. Stay safe, and I shall see you soon.
Thank you.